Everyone thinks they're smart, and they're absolutely right, but only about what they're aware of. We live in an age where information is abundant, where facts and figures are at our fingertips. Many of us equate this access to knowledge, this ability to recall and recite, with genuine intelligence. We believe that knowing more makes us smarter. But there's a subtle, yet profound trap in this assumption. What if the intelligence we've been taught to value is only one part of a much larger, more dynamic picture? This isn't about tearing down intelligence, far from it. It's about upgrading our understanding of it. It's about exploring what truly matters now, in a world that demands more than just passive comprehension. What if the key to unlocking our full potential, our real impact, lies in something even smarter than being smart in the conventional sense? Consider two individuals. One, a scholar with encyclopedic knowledge of business theory, who has read every seminal text and can dissect complex case studies with ease, yet their own ventures consistently falter. They possess immense knowledge but seem stuck, unable to translate theory into tangible success. Now, picture another individual, someone with a more moderate academic background, perhaps less versed in the nuances of every theory, but who has launched a small community project that is thriving, creating real-world impact and solving local problems. This person learns by doing, adapts on the fly, and connects with people effectively. Their knowledge is not just stored, it's activated. This contrast highlights a crucial point about how to be smart in today's world. It's not just about brainpower in terms of raw data processing. It's about a more engaged, practical psychology of intelligence. You've studied, you've read, you've thought deeply. Your capacity for logical reasoning is solid, and you pride yourself on your critical thinking skills. You've dedicated time and effort to acquiring knowledge, building a mental library that you believe serves you well. And it does. This intellectual foundation is valuable, a testament to your curiosity and diligence. You are, by many measures, intelligent. We affirm this because it's true. You have honed your ability to analyze, to understand complex concepts, and to articulate your thoughts with clarity. This is the bedrock of what many consider to be intelligence. But what if intelligence, real, impactful intelligence, isn't just about knowing facts or mastering theories? What if its true measure isn't the size of your internal database, but what happens after you learn? What if the process of acquiring knowledge is merely the prelude, not the main event? Imagine a vast library filled with countless books, each containing profound wisdom. If these books are never opened, never read, never discussed, never applied, what is their worth? They exist, but they don't live. Similarly, knowledge without application is like a book never opened. It holds potential, but potential alone changes nothing. The trap is believing that the accumulation of information is the end goal, rather than the starting point for a deeper engagement with the world. True intelligence breathes through action, and it's this active dimension that we often overlook in our pursuit of simply knowing more. The hidden problem with pure, unapplied intelligence is that it can calcify. It can become rigid, a beautiful but static monument to what you know, rather than a dynamic force for what you can do. You can consume 1,000 books, absorb countless lectures, and engage in endless hours of intellectual rumination, and still miss the vital, visceral point of a single, lived experience. When knowledge remains purely theoretical, untested by the messy realities of life, it risks becoming an echo chamber, reinforcing biases rather than challenging them. It can create an illusion of understanding that shatters upon contact with real-world complexity. Logical thinking is an undeniably powerful tool. It allows us to dissect problems, construct arguments, and plan effectively. But even logic has its boundaries. The brain is a magnificent simulator. It can run through scenarios, predict outcomes, and model possibilities. However, it is not a substitute for the arena of life itself. Simulation can prepare you, but it cannot replicate the nuanced feedback, the unexpected variables, and the emotional currents of actual engagement. There are lessons that only emerge when your ideas collide with reality, when your plans meet friction, when your knowledge is put to the service of solving tangible problems. Consider the highly intelligent individual who can architect intricate solutions to hypothetical global issues on paper, but struggles to navigate interpersonal conflicts or manage their personal finances effectively. Their intellectual prowess in one domain doesn't automatically translate to practical wisdom in others. often due to a lack of experiential learning. This highlights the limits of logic when uncoupled from lived experience, showing that a truly effective problem-solving approach requires more than just raw intellect. It demands a continuous self-improvement journey fueled by practical application. The core transformation we're talking about isn't about discarding your intellectual pursuits. It's about reorienting them. You don't primarily grow by knowing more. You grow by doing more with what you know. This is a fundamental shift in perspective, moving from a model of passive consumption to one of active creation and engagement. It's about recognizing that knowledge is not a treasure to be hoarded, but a current to be directed. This shift involves moving from hoarding insights, keeping them locked away in the vault of your mind, to sharing and evolving them through interaction and application. It's about transitioning from a state of isolated brilliance, where your intelligence operates in a vacuum, to one of participatory awareness, where your insights are enriched and refined through collaboration and real-world testing. Imagine your mind not as a static repository, but as a dynamic hub, constantly receiving, processing, and then transmitting knowledge in new, applied forms. This is where practical psychology meets enhanced brain power, not as a function of mere storage, but of active processing and output. Experience, active participation. These are not side missions in intellectual development. They are integral to dynamic intelligence. They turn abstract knowledge into practical wisdom. You grasp reality through experience. Engagement fosters growth and creativity by connecting your intelligence to others. Contribution turns personal knowledge into a shared resource. This new paradigm emphasizes that learning is best expressed in action and validated in impact. When learning strategies focus on both acquisition and application, they work best. How do you activate dynamic, genuine intelligence? There are 3 strategies to move from passive knowing to active being to maximize your intelligence. Your path to influential smartness begins here. You must enter the arena first. Do not wait until you are ready, as that day may never come. Perfectionism often hinders progress. Even if your knowledge is incomplete, share it. Share your ideas online. Create those videos you've been considering. Present your frameworks, ideas, and solutions imperfectly. Putting your knowledge out there gives it life. You only know what you know and how strong it is when it's challenged, questioned, and applied. The first exposure can be scary, but it's the fastest way to learn and appreciate it. Second, embrace conflict. Engage with others who disagree, provide new viewpoints, and push back. Recognizing that feedback, especially critical criticism, is refining, not rejection, is the point. When opposing views challenge your carefully formed theories and beliefs, you must analyze them more deeply, strengthen your arguments, or admit their flaws. Here, your critical thinking and problem-solving skills improve. Respectful intellectual sparring sharpens your thinking as no amount of study can. In productive disagreements, new ideas emerge and your understanding grows more nuanced and durable. This is essential to real self-improvement. Instead of a pedestal, make a channel. Instead of impressing, teach or share to grow. To impress, you present polished, static knowledge. To grow, you let your ideas evolve in public through interaction and learning. Use channels like YouTube, blogs, workshops, and chats to test, develop, and enhance your knowledge, not to prove your competence. This method promotes sincerity and growth. True intellect is a journey, not a destination. This platform is about genuine exploration and sharing, not being correct all the time. Teaching others is one of the best ways to learn and grow. It's an effective approach to boost brain power and learn how to be smart in a team. What's at stake if we keep viewing intellect as accumulation? We need shared wisdom, not just more data, in a world where data points proliferate by the second. We need people who can synthesize, apply, and disseminate knowledge to promote understanding and change. The challenge is turning information into action and understanding, not access. Consider the cost of inaction. If you devour knowledge but never contribute, apply, or test your understanding in real life, your intelligence, no matter how great, risks becoming your jail. This golden cage isolates your theories and insights, keeping you from experiencing the deep growth and influence of active engagement. Unrealized potential is like a powerful engine idling forever. The compassionate challenge is, your smartness is known, but perhaps a deeper question is needed. Smart for what? The purpose of your intelligence? Is it to argue, feel superior, or get degrees and awards? Is it to solve issues, generate value, connect with others, or contribute to something bigger? The kind of insight that resonates and lasts may only come when you educate, speak, lead, or create and use what you know. You only know what you've lived, and your fullest, most meaningful life begins where learning meets action. Your discoveries, theories, and information are latent until you articulate, apply, and share them. Experience creates true insight. Make this real by taking a micro-action. Comment below with one idea, knowledge, or insight you've been holding on to, and briefly explain how you'll share, apply, or act on it this week. No need to be gigantic. The tiniest progress can build momentum. Perhaps you don't need further info now. Perhaps you need to become knowledge in motion. Use what you've learned to guide your behaviors and interactions. If this message resonates, take this supplementary challenge. Choose a topic you're passionate about. Simple 2-minute video about it. Try not to be flawless. Avoid production quality concerns. Express your thoughts simply and honestly. Share it with one person or put it somewhere low stakes. Then concentrate. Watch how others react and who you become as you express and share your knowledge. Simple actions can spark change.